Welcome back to Get Your Man On. This is Evan Bass. Does Spanish fly ingestion really work for ED? Can ingesting testicles increase your testosterone? Answering the big questions here today with Dr. Tom Alderson, discussing the history of ED and where it came from. Dr. Tom Alderson just discussed about the history of how some of these people in the 8th century were ingesting wolf testicles and stuff like that. Obviously, we're not recommending that in our clinics yet. Maybe we should do. Can we do some more study? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's got me thinking.
I think they were beheaded though when they at the end of the century when the Christians took over.
Yeah, they died off for sure. Oh my gosh. So in your prices, what's your favorite thing to treat guys? Like when a guy comes in for ED, like what do you have the most success with?
First, I think we need to establish what ED really is.
Yeah.
The definition.
Let's go.
Of ED. And a lot of people, a lot of doctors even don't use the actual definition of ED, which is the persistent inability to achieve or maintain an erection sufficient for satisfactory sexual performance. That's been adopted by the National Institute of Health, NIH.
Right.
And most other societies, including American Urological Association, Society of Endocrinology, Internal Medicine Society, I think they pretty much adopted that definition. And there are several key words in that definition that mean a lot. For instance, persistent inability to have an erection. It can't just be sporadic. A lot of men come in and they'll have issues with particular partners, particularly if they're married and have an affair. For instance, they may have some performance anxiety,
right?
Which is it was really not ED. It's just performance issues that they have, and probably some guilt associated with that also.
Right.
And it's another important word is sufficient for satisfactory sexual performance. Now, sufficient can mean different things to different people. Sufficient for one person may mean have what we call intravaginal latency time, the amount of time that you're actually performing sex with your partner. It could be a minute, and for other people, it's 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and it has a lot to do with the definition of premature ejaculation now, which is used quite frequently, and it's one. It composes probably about 30 to 35% of the people that we see in the clinic,
right,
who have performance problems, and it's premature ejaculation. Most people will come in and say less than a minute,
right,
and it's something that we treat. There are several medications that we use for it. But if you get a good history, you can actually separate people who actually have erectile dysfunction and people who just have
performance
problems.
That's interesting. So, you're saying that, if it happens once in a while, that's probably not ED. That's probably more just some performance.
Well, as you approach the golden ages, like me, the frequency of occurrences seems to increase, but outside of that fact, it does happen like that.
Mm-hmm. So when would you say is the time to seek treatment for it?
Well, I mean, if you look at the Massachusetts male aging study, they're about males between the ages of like 40 and 60, about 52% of them have issues with erectile dysfunction.
Half, yeah.
So it's over half of them, and there are a lot of men out there who are having issues that don't see anyone about it. We see patients that come into the clinic all the time that say their wife is disappointed in them, and they say they think that the husband has a girlfriend or another partner, or she's not attracted to them anymore. And when they do that, it's pretty much indicative of erectile dysfunction. they just they don't pursue the sexual response that they should be getting from each other.
Right. Man, that's do you think that's increased over the years, where guys come in saying, "Hey, my girlfriend's about to leave me"? Has that changed for you in terms of the percentage of people
It's
listening?
changed for me because of the clinic that I'm working at. But, out in the general public, as I grow older with all of my friends, I hear it a lot more frequently. Of course, age has a lot to do with it, and there are a lot of medications that are on the market now that doctors prescribe that cause issues with erections, and obesity happens to. It's been redefined now. It's a disease. It's not a condition. It's an actual disease that's listed in the codes that people use to mark their visit with a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
So, obesity and diet and age and medications, trauma, all of them are consistent with issues that cause erectile dysfunction.
Man, it seems like there's a lot going against us out there in the world. The foods we eat. It's not easy to find healthy food.
But the treatment, I started practice many years ago when the oral PDE5 inhibitors, which are the main one that we're familiar with, is the one that Pfizer
Like
introduced.
Viagra.
It was
Viagra,
sildenafil. Sildenafil citrate is the actual drug. I didn't realize it, but Pfizer is an Irish company. Then their main manufacturing plant is in Ireland.
No kidding.
Yeah, and the English, it's sildenafil is over the counter. You can go in and buy it over the counter like candy.
Wow.
Whereas in the United States, it still has to be prescribed by a doctor.
Why do you think that is?
I think it has a lot to do with remuneration.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, as long as you can charge for it and a doctor can get paid for it, they're going to have to come to your office to get the medication.
Gotcha. So it's like a drug company kind of thing.
It's a drug company sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I think the Congress the United States has been addressing that and made mention of it several times, and they're trying to lower drug costs, which I appreciate, and hopefully in the future they'll have some luck with that, lowering drug prices where it's affordable for people.
Yeah, there's definitely it's a crazy world pharmaceutically out there for sure. And I think that's what gives value to the type of clinics that we're doing here with Dr. Tom Alderson, urologist, medical director of many men's clinics, and talking about what the environment is out like there for ED. So after like the Viagra Cialis, where do you usually go after that? What doesn't work for the patients? Because it don't work for a lot of guys. Like what?
Well, I mean, it's interesting the history of it. There was a guy by the name of Simon Campbell, I think. He was from Kent, England, who first used it. He was the chemist that came up with the drug. And originally, sildenafil was in their phase 1 studies was used for chest pain from heart pain or chest pain from heart disease.
Yeah.
So,
that's crazy.
Fortunately or unfortunately, they noticed that when they gave the drug to men and they made rounds on them the next day, over half of them had erections. They still had chest pain, but they had erections, and so that's what they call drug repositioning when they change a drug's black box use over to something else, and that I think that happened in like 1989 when it was repositioned, and then in 98 was the first time that Pfizer introduced it in the United States.
Man.
The FDA approved it for use.
Gosh, that
So,
thing was that was crazy when that stuff came out. I remember seeing the commercials for the first time and being,
yeah.
I was very young then, and my parents.
Well, fortunately, again, the drug has been made generic, and naturally, that when that happens, you have competitors that come out of the woodwork and they change a radical on the ring, and they give it a new name, and all they have to do is to get a patent on it for 7 years is to change the name and change the structural formula, which has a similar effect to it. So,
Man, that's wild. That's wild. Dr. Alderson, thank you so much for joining us. Will you come back and join us another time? Would love to talk more about you with this stuff.
sure,
Thank you
certainly.
so much for having us.